Please help me welcome to the stage President and CEO Shawn Meaike with Jamie Cheerio, Mike Curry, and Hayden Hill.
How you all doing? How you doing, bud? You having fun? How's the training been? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 not good, 10 really good, how's it been? Be honest. 8? What's your name, bud? What is it? Jody? Julian. It's a cool name. Mine's just Shawn. Pretty boring. How old are you, Julian? How's this guy next to you? Who's he? Frank? Are you related to him? He's your dad? You call him Frank? Hey, Julian, I'm gonna help you a little bit with not even a mathematical, more of a biology thing. He's really big. You might wanna call him Dad. Thanks for being here, Julian. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, I hope this helps, right? I really hope that it's helping you all out. This part, why don't y'all come up here? Good Lord, it's a lot of work here. They're back in the back room, in case y'all wanna know. They're on stage, in case y'all wanna know. So these Road to Hall of Fame meetings are supposed to help you. Who we're really hoping we're talking to is people that are really trying to find a way to help 20, 30, 40, 50 families a month. You might have been with us for 1 week, you may have been with us for 7 months, you may have been with us for 2 years. You're thinking, I'm probably missing something, and I need to figure out what that is. So this part of this whole objection panel is for you to tell me, hey, this is the objection I get. We'll get one of these guys to answer it for you, but we need to, now again, I can talk to you for an hour about how to avoid objections. Y'all understand that. The better posture you have, the less people are gonna say things to you. Like, we totally get that, right? Like, if I come up here and do the Q&A, the likelihood of you asking a stupid question is pretty small, only because I won't answer it. And if you've heard any training I've done, you're like, he's not gonna answer it. He's just not. Like, if I go one of the objections I get, if it's really stupid, I'll be like, dude, that's dumb. I'm not answering that, Now, you might do it to them, you might not do it to them. You're not gonna do it to Julian, because we understand that Julian's afraid of nothing, obviously. But I want to help. So who has, and I can hear you, it's not that big a room, so if you raise your hand, we can definitely hear you out. Who has an objection that y'all get when you're in the house or on the phone, you'd like these guys to answer? Okay, go ahead, which one is it? No, it's definitely, first of all, here's my rule. If he says it, I'll go, that was stupid. If you say it, I'll be like, oh, that's not bad. That's how I do it. I was raised by a single mom, so yours isn't stupid. Go ahead.
They tell me I'm immortal. I'm never gonna die.
Okay, can I answer that one for you? That is stupid for them to say. No, but listen, I can ask them that, but at some point in time, you have to ask yourself, why would somebody say that to you? And the best answer, I think, to me is it's a Frank? Okay, how many children do you have, Frank? 2, Julian and who else? Jocelyn. Okay, so Frank says I'm immortal. I'd go, Frank, why is your children's future such a joke to you? Why are we doing this now? I'm really confused. He's this unbelievable young man, and we're gonna play this game like we're all children? No, you're the adult, Frank. You should do that. Excuse me, sir, I don't mean to be disrespectful. This isn't a game to me. They can give you things that there's nothing really to say, because when somebody says something so obnoxiously, your question's not stupid, them to say it is stupid. But what you also should ask them is, why do you think so little of my time? Frank, I came all the way out here, I drove out here because you asked me to. Why would you treat me this way? And you know what you say? Nothing. Don't say anything, just listen. Nothing, just wait. Because you're valuable, you're a good person, you care about families, you're working hard, you're buying leads, you're driving, you're leaving your family to do this. Nobody should treat you that way. Does that make sense? And if they're gonna play games, tell them to stop filling out forms. Because am I still live, Grady? Because I'll prove, am I off? You about to find out if you're mortal, Frank. You fill out these forms with me and play around, bro, it's gonna be a problem. Does that make sense? So there's no stupid, but part of that is you taking yourself seriously. They're not gonna say that to these guys because the way they're acting. They're just testing you. And why? What's your first name? What a beautiful name, Esmeralda. Hear that, Julian? That's a cool name too. Esmeralda. You seem really nice. What you should tell everybody when you meet with them is say, listen, I care deeply about your family, and I really, really am nice, and my mom or my dad or grandma, whoever it was, taught me to be this way, but don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Tell everybody that, because you're so nice, Esmeralda. Does that make sense? Don't let them play with you. Your time's way too valuable. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense? So, all right. Sir. Can you call me back in 10 minutes? Is that how they sound? Can they? Go ahead, Hayden. Can you call me back in 10 minutes?
Is this over the phone or like we're booking an appointment?
Book an appointment.
Hey, no problem, Frank. This will take about 2 to 3 minutes. So you put down your address as blank. Is that correct? Okay, great. And when you fill this out, was this for you or you and a spouse? Spouse? Okay. And what's her name? Okay. And how old is she? 25, okay. And
Well, yeah, also, or, I mean, again, that's fine, but if they're trying to get off the phone, dude, let's get off the phone. When is the best time to call you back? We have more time. Tomorrow at 6. I'll see you tomorrow at 6. I mean, I hear you on it. We keep answering, but the bottom line is what they're trying, dude, here's what I know. When somebody fills out a form and mails it back to you, they don't want, what are they scared of? They're scared of telemarketers. They're scared of people that are going to waste their time. They're scared to be scolded. They're scared to be lied to. But if your posture and your tonality on the phone seems to be controlling, like, let's call me back in 10 minutes. Esmeralda, let's do this. You work every day. Yes. You get out of work at what? Boom. I'll see you tomorrow at 6. Or can you call me back? I definitely can. When are you 100% sure, Teresa, you'll be home? 100% sure you'll have 15 minutes to talk to me on the phone. I'll call you back. When would that time be? Tomorrow at 4 p.m. You're sure about it? Yeah, I get out of work at 3. Tomorrow at 4 is cool. Cool, I'll see you tomorrow at 4. You're going to call me? No, why would I do that? It's weird. See you tomorrow at 4. Boom, got to go. Click. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it doesn't work every time. You know, you have to decide who's serious. But I can tell you that if you listen to the way they do their phone script, they're so anti-telemarketing that their indifference makes you want what they have. Like, that's what you should have heard when you talked to them. None of these, I've listened to all of them. I can hear them backstage because they have them louder back there than they do here. Believe me, so I hear everybody's talks. They're not begging anybody for anything. So if you, and that's, you almost have to act like you don't care. You care, and you have to be passionate, but it's not going to change your life. And if one appointment changes your life, you don't have enough appointments. Does that make sense? Erica. Got it. Go ahead, Jamie. It's a good one. We picked you.
That is a good one. Thanks for picking me. So the question was that their adult children have already bought a policy on them.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle. You show up, they invite you in, and they say, my daughter already has one.
Perfect. So I'm assuming that you filled out the form because you wanted to strengthen your position, right?
Or yeah, and that's, first of all, whatever they tell you is great. Here's my thing. That's your child. I know, but like if it's you, I go, help me understand how your child is responsible for your well-being when you die. You fill this out because obviously you're the parent and you wanted to act that way. And you actually felt uncomfortable that you allowed your child to pay for something when you're the parent. So good for you, you probably couldn't sleep at night. That probably made you uncomfortable. So thank God I'm here, because like, God forbid that you didn't let your child handle your fine. Goodness gracious. So they just took it out as an extra. That was weird of them. So let me show you what you're eligible for. Do you see, I mean, it's all gonna work. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, you gotta be who you are too, by the way. That's what this whole thing, you have to be you. If I do, I'm not, we're different. And I don't even know that I can talk that little. Like, he's really good. It's just methodical. It's just, you be who you are and communicate your message. But the reality is, and also, why would you fill the form out then? You sure as hell knew they had the policy. See, part of this is you're gonna get sick and tired of not standing up for yourself. That's what's gonna happen. Or you're not. And if you don't, you'll be done. If you let people walk on you, you'll be done. But something will click one day. It happened with all 3 of them. They could probably tell you when it was, where they were like, dude, I'm not doing this anymore. No, you fill this thing out, man. No, sorry, no, absolutely not. I can't. And that's where you have to be, because that's really, again, most of these objections, as well, are stupid, because they fill out a form, but it's good for us to share them. But that was always my biggest thing. Why would you let, you can't, I mean, here's the thing. You're gonna leave this is the last thing you'll have done, right? You live all these years. When you watch a movie, what do you remember the most? Last thing happens. We have a conversation, remember last, so you're telling me you're gonna leave this world, like your body, and the last thing everybody's gonna remember is how you weren't adult enough to not screw your family over? And for as long as they live, they're gonna remember, my mom didn't do that. And what if they cancel the policy? What if they don't pay it 1 month? Is that really their responsibility? No, how do you say those things to people? You build a relationship, you ask them good questions, all the stuff these guys talked about today. And if you think so, here, people ask you questions for 2 reasons. Julian will never remember this, but if he does, it'll be great. They only ask you questions for 2 reasons. They want the information from you. They're genuinely interested. 2, they're trying to intimidate you or mess with you. That's to mess with you. That's to mess with you. That's to mess with you. I mean, that doesn't make it. You're literally on the phone. Can you call me back in 10 minutes? Yeah, I mean, how dumb is that? We're already on the phone. The appointment takes 15 seconds to set. I'm done talking. I can't because it's against my religion, Mike.
I've never had that one.
And me neither, but go ahead.
Why'd you fill out the form?
What's that?
Why'd you fill out the form?
Okay, so.
Never had that one.
Okay, what's your first name? Kalia? Kalia. Kalia, have you said that? Talia. Talia. Talia? It's her name. You guys have a lot to say about her name. Talia, if you said that to me, honestly, and you said I was looking around, so you filled out a form. I'm big on asking questions. So you fill out a form about something that's against your religion, and it was your intent today to have me come out here, even though it's against your religion, to give you information regarding something that's against your religion. Talia, I don't mean to be rude, but I think you're lying to me. I think you're lying, and that's not very nice. Why? What's wrong with that, by the way? You are lying. Now, why would you lie? You're lying because you're afraid. What are you afraid of? That I'm going to sell you something. Does that make sense? If you don't know the answer, ask. Well, I just wanted to know. That makes no sense. Now, again, I've never heard that ever one time. I don't know what religion says you can't have life insurance. I guess that's I'm not a theology student, so I don't claim to be. But my point is, you have to start to handle yourself. When you go to somebody's house and tell them what to do, they're not going to respond like that. What else you got? You got one? What do you got? There you go. Hey, Mike, listen, thank you for coming out. Dude, I want to get the information. I got enough cash to handle my business when I die.
Yeah, so perfect. So most people who have a little side cash, they leverage the life insurance company's money, and they can utilize a small portion of that, whether it's 25%, into a life insurance policy that's going to protect your family. So rather than having, $200 a month just sitting over here, we're going to go ahead and put this into a policy that's going to give your family $100,000 if something were to happen to you tomorrow. See why that's valuable, right?
Yeah, I mean, he agrees with you. Glad you got some cash put aside. What most people do, because most people do want to do what most people do. What most people do with a little, and I like what he said, with a little bit of cash, because they don't millions of dollars that wouldn't fill out a form. You're not going to run into many people that are sitting on millions of dollars to fill out our forms. I'm just telling you that. So they have a little bit of cash set aside. They leverage the life. I mean, that's all, and also very unemotional. He's just like, yeah, good. I validate it. It makes sense. But let me tell you what most people do. And then what could they say to that? Well, they can ask another question, but why not take $200 a month and leverage them as opposed to use all my money? And on top of it, y'all know how death taxes work too, right? If you have a certain amount of money, the government will take a substantial amount of your money. I was on a group the other day, death tax. How do you know about death tax? I'm like, I don't know, I just asked. So the life insurance, what are the taxes on your life insurance policy, Jamie?
What are the taxes on the life insurance policy?
Tax liability. I have $250,000 and Miracle pays me $250.
It's tax-free.
Tax-free. So, but if you have enough, I don't know, probate, cash, what can you spend, what can't you spend? If you have family members, do all your kids get along? Have you have a will? What have you left people? Right? All those things, but his answer is perfect. And I think if you just stand your ground and wait, I think a lot of times they lob an objection up just to see if you're going to stand up for yourself. Because you're asking them to Mike's saying, trust me to stand up for you. So it's normal for you to ask him a couple things, just to see if he actually does.
So this is for like an age mortgage. They said, I filled this out months ago. I already got it taken care of.
Got it. Hayden, I got it. Filled out months ago, man. I'm good. Thanks for coming over, though.
Yeah, hey, no problem, John. We're super behind because of COVID and the holidays. And so what I do for most people is I see if we can improve their position or save them money or get them better coverage. So not a problem. I'll review that for you when I get over there or if I'm on the phone right now, and then just go into it.
Because here's the thing about life insurance, right? It's so highly regulated that if you already have a policy and with everything I have to offer, I can't put you in a better position or improve it, dude, I can't touch that policy. So what would the argument be over the phone? Hey, that's great. Hey, basically what I'm gonna do is come out and validate. I'm independent, a bunch of carriers, but hey, be clear. If I can't improve your situation, I'm just gonna stop calling you. You're gonna feel real good about it because I have a lot of companies to look at, and good for you. You know, but a lot of times everything we have, we might be able to put you in a better position, but we can't move it if we can't. That removes all this buying pressure, selling, because I'm telling you I can't do it. And I've always been, and I'm just so you all know, I don't mess with life insurance. I don't move people out of contestability periods for no reason. Like, I don't play around. I don't ever want to hurt anybody. You got something great, you know what I do? I go get the carrier. That's how we got some of our carriers. I was like, dude, that's a pretty cool product. Like, can you beat it? No. We went and got it. That's how I found America. I was like, dude, living benefits and a return. I didn't have the product. That's how I found them. I called them up. I was like, I need your product. They said, why? I said, I keep running into it. I can't touch it. I don't want to hurt anybody. You know, but great question. What else I got? Y'all got some weird clients. Okay. Jamie, I thought it was free. Jamie, I thank you for sending it, but I really thought it was free. There's a cost associated. I thought it was free.
Okay, perfect. I totally understand that you thought it was free, but Mary, it's life insurance and no insurance is free. Is your car insurance free? No. Okay, perfect. So you sent this form into my office. My job just to get the information out there to you. What would you do with it is totally up to you. You can tear it up, throw it in the trash for all I care. My job is just to get you the information.
Okay, so and a big part of you keep talking, right? I mean, and again, very different. I always laugh. I was like, dude, no, you didn't. Stop. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be funny. And what he said the same thing. Is auto insurance free? Like, you didn't. I mean, come on, knock it off. It was free. It wouldn't be worth anything. So we'll see you tomorrow. And the whole donating your body to science, anybody ever said that to you guys? Yes. What'd you say, Jamie?
So you're going to donate your body to science. So I'm assuming you just wanted to leave a little bit extra money behind for somebody, correct?
Because it's not just to bury you. I mean, they're taking care of that. God bless you. But I think a part of it is it doesn't matter what the person says. It does and it doesn't. You're validating and move on. Okay, great. You left your body to science. So I'm assuming, so like most people, I'm assuming, you know, and then you're like, yeah, that sounds good. Most people do what you tell them to do. They just will, you know. What else I got? Oh, you're sitting next to her. This will be a good one. Okay. Are you all together? Okay. I got a shot. Not in our middle American space that we market to, correct? Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, here, and I don't want to crush, what's your first name, bud? Seth, that's easier for me, Seth. I don't want to crush your dream, Seth, but I've had a lot of people tell me they had a bunch of money in the bank, and I know it's hard to believe you're all sitting down, they lied. They just straight out lied. It's so weird, people lie. I was doing mortgages for years. How much you got? Well, I'm liquid about 1.4 million. I'm like, dude, you have $140 in the bank. So I gotta believe you. I find it hard to believe, but let's just say Hayden, the person had good amount of money, right? Hey, Hayden, I got $1 million in equity in this house. I'm selling this business over here. Is it really worth it for me to go ahead and get a life insurance product, Hayden?
Yeah, no problem. That's actually what most people, when they tell me that, what they want to do is make sure they have a policy to make sure they can leverage that money in the bank because that's going to be used for retirement and other stuff. Depending on their age also, I would probably at the end circle back around for an annuity.
Yeah, which is a home run. And, dude, any of you ever gone through probate court? Like anybody had anybody family die, you went through probate court? You have? Okay, any of you had anybody in here at all? Okay, was that a slow process or took forever? My grandma, 9 months. My grandma had nothing. 2 years. So now the money I got when I die, especially if you're a millionaire, if you allegedly really are, Dude, you can't just, there's taxes applicable to all of that. Well, I'm leaving it to my son. Okay, you're still gonna lose a substantial amount of it. Look up death tax. Matter of fact, look, I'll Google it right now in our state. Federal and state, how much you're gonna lose in taxes, which is why you put an annuity. That's why you do some of the other things you gotta do, right? So I think part of it is cash on hand is not necessarily accessible because are your mom and dad alive, Seth? Yes. Do you have any siblings? Okay. Do you all get along really well, you and your siblings? Pretty much, until money's involved. So your mom or dad dies, and they have some cash, and there's no will, and it's all, nobody can touch anything. This is the quickest way to take care of everything, to leverage it with life insurance, right? You gonna say something?
Yeah, an objection that I encountered just the other day, the guy goes, well, my kids are pretty well off, and my son's a lawyer, my daughter's a teacher, they could figure this out, they could pay off the mortgage, carry that mortgage payment. And I was like, well, Bob, you do realize that your son, he makes a little bit more money than your daughter, so I'm assuming that he's probably gonna carry more of the mortgage payment than she is, so don't you think when you sell the house, he's gonna want more of the equity than her? He's like, yeah, I never thought about it like that. Do you really want to leave that type of fracture in relationship behind between your son and your daughter when you're gone? And that it came off the top of my head for me because I had a client about 6 months ago. They were on $900 disability between the husband and the wife, and all they had left was $150, and the premium was $137 for the two of them total. And they said, this is so important because my mom passed away, and all of us argued over who was going to pay for the funeral, and we paid for most of it. And now we have fractured relationships with all of our family, and we will not do that to our children.
That was good. You're a lot better than I thought you were. Damn. No, I don't mean it as an insult. I knew he's good. He's freaking really good. It's a hand held high. You're excited to say it. What do you got? Love it. Who wants this one? Mike does? Go for it, man.
I love that. So the best part of this is I'm the insurance guy and they're the financial advisor. So we're going to let them deal with where you put your investments, and I'm going to deal with where we put your money into life insurance.
How about you, Hayden? Good answer. How about you, Hayden?
I would probably do that. Otherwise, if depending on the relationship, you can just go straight at him and say, hey, no problem, John. Let me be honest with you. With your financial advisor, this probably should already been taken care of. So you fill this out today to get this taken care of, and then go through the options.
Say that again?
Whole thing.
Yeah.
I would say, hey, John, I'm going to be honest with you. With your financial advisor, I'm sure he's been with you for a little bit. He probably should already have this taken care of. So I'm here today because you filled out a form. We're going to get this taken care of.
Go ahead, Jimmy. You're dying to say something.
No, I wanted to know what you would say.
Oh, you want to know what I would say? Okay, so I want to be honest with you because I want to be straight up. And I want to help you all understand this, and please don't anybody take this the wrong way. Do you know how financial advising and planning actually works? When you have a little bit of money, you're a little priority. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I'm just telling you, like, when somebody has a net worth of a couple $100,000, and they say they have a financial planner, that's actually adorable. Well, they don't. I'm sorry. There's not enough money in it for that guy or girl. They didn't take care of it because they ain't paying half attention to anything you do. Hey, I go, what's the last time you talked to your financial planner? Who is he? When's the last time y'all spoke? When's the last time he talked to you about your death taxes? When's the last time he talked to you about life insurance? When's the last time he talked to you about your kids? Does he know your children's names? I do. Does he know their ages? Does he know your son's favorite sport? I've been here for 21 minutes. That's what I would say. Because I want to make sure you understand that you're not the priority you think you are. And a lot of times I think people say it just to say it. That's a good cop-out, right? I want to talk to my financial planner. It's like, dude, you don't have one. You know? And I can tell you what, I've been broke the majority of my life. I never had anybody call me and want to help my finances. Make any money, and all of a sudden everybody wants to help you. I'm like, where were you all for my whole life? I've been the same place, my name, my phone number, my ad. Nobody's calling me asking me to help me with anything. And I've talked to guys that do this for a living that talk about the way they rate you and where you fall. And you're not gonna be a priority. So, and that's another good question. Do you feel like you're a priority to him or to her? So I'm a big question asker because I want to level set and get the playing field down. I mean, what they both said is great. I like to regain control by asking questions. And whoever asks the most questions wins. Like that stupid question. I mean, a good question is, are you being serious? Yeah, I am. No, I'm gonna give you one more chance. Why are you doing this? That screws people up. And then you regain control. Does that make sense? So Was that okay, Jamie? Okay. What do you got, bud? I'm not making a decision today, Hayden. Thanks. Hey, love you. Here's a client, right? This was great. Hayden, I have everything I need for information. And if we do it, like, dude, I'm totally gonna use you if I do it. I mean, so I just need you to leave me your card or number, whatever it is, and I'll probably, maybe a week, I don't make decisions on the first meeting. So thanks for coming out.
Yeah, no problem, Shawn. Is that based on the price or you just don't understand it?
Dude, what I throw to that? Is that based on the price you don't? And that's what, again, all the same, stuff I've been doing forever. I used to say, there's only one or two reasons you wouldn't be able to make a decision today. Either I made it unaffordable, or there's something a little bit different. There's something about me you don't like or trust. I have to go through what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and by the way, if it's a no, it's a no. But at least say no, don't say maybe. Be an adult. Say, I'm not gonna protect my family today. Let's say it together. I'm not gonna protect my family today. Well, I'm not, no, that's what we're doing. So let's just say it together. I'm not gonna protect my family today. My family will be screwed. I'm not saying to do this. I used to take the lead, flip it over, and I used to write, give me the 3 people that'll be screwed the most if we don't do this today so we can know who they are. So I did. I wrote them all their names out and said, if they call me, I wanna know. Can you sign and admit that you're doing this today so they know? Or I said, you either have to refuse the coverage or accept it today. No maybes. Well, I'm not gonna do it. Good, just sign this and say you refuse the mortgage section, so if it's death or disability, you're 100% sure you're not protected. So we're on the same page. Meaning, like, and then, dude, if it is what it is, go. That's the other thing. This business is not emotional. If they're gonna say no, Hayden, how long does it take you to figure that out?
Right away.
Right away, 5, 10, I mean, and then what do you ask me? If you're thinking I might, like, it's going nowhere, what do you say to me?
Hey, Shawn, are you serious about this?
I mean, I am, but I just don't know if I'm gonna get it, man. I don't know.
Okay, is that based on the price or you just don't understand it?
Dude, how do you screw with that? I'm gonna put that on my phone. Well, you have nothing to say. Somebody says based on the price, you don't understand it. What the hell do you say to that? You're like, whatever, here's my bank account information, take it. I can send Julian out, he'll help 30 families a day. All he's gotta do is say that. No matter what they say, they're based on the price, you don't understand it. That's even better than not trusting me. I like that one. Because they're like insulting me.
Yeah, and
nicely.
If they say price, basically you're gonna down close. If they say they don't understand it, hey, no problem. We don't even know if you can get qualified today. So if you wanna go ahead and grab your ID, we're gonna see if you can get qualified. We'll know in the next 1 to 2 business days.
Make sense? Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
So if you have somebody that has less than perfect health, like they're not healthy, they're very sick, they're sick because they can't get immediate coverage, and they're looking at a 2-year wait or something like that.
Okay. I want each one of them to answer it. That's why life insurance was built. Like, we can't go back in time and get it for you when you were healthier. And if I own the insurance company, I wouldn't issue you a policy. Not with your health issues. They're willing to? So we're gonna argue over what you'd like to have if you had done this when you were in better health? Or are we just gonna move forward knowing you have a myriad of health issues and this is the best thing we can do for you? Matter of fact, you should. How do we not get you the coverage today? I left a bunch of people who have no health issues. They could die before you, but that's why we built these products. So we're gonna argue over what you wish you could have gotten at some point in time that you can't get? And then wait. What do you say, Jamie?
I understand that you wish the coverage could be immediate, but I think you'd agree today is the oldest you've ever been, the youngest you'll ever be, the healthiest you'll ever be again. So today we need to submit a request for coverage. And listen, if you were my mom, the way I look at it is I understand it's not immediate coverage, but you are gonna get 110% return of your premium. We can leave that $100 sitting in the bank for the next 2 years, and what are you gonna have? You're gonna have exactly what you left in the bank, or it can grow at 10% interest.
And you're unhealthy. I didn't make you unhealthy. What would you say, Mike?
I would utilize that they're unhealthy, and be like, look, we procrastinated long enough. Let's go ahead and get it started. The cool thing about this policy, if you do pass away, it's going to pay out if it's an accident. But we're going to go ahead and get the time started because you're probably going to think about this for 2 years, and the time would have already been up. And 2 years and 1 day kicks in, and it's just as good as any other policy. So we're going to go ahead and get it started today.
Hayden?
Yeah, not a problem. I understand that's what you want, but we have to go over what you can actually qualify for. So we're gonna get this set up today. If we don't, we really can't afford to wait any longer, so we need to do this right now.
And if they say no, you just say, is it because you can't afford it or you don't understand it?
That's right.
That's like my favorite thing ever. Can you send it? Jamie, can you send it to me in an email, bro?
No,
Why not?
they don't let me.
Mike?
Yeah, go ahead and give me your banking information. I'll get the email sent over with the policy.
But Hayden?
I would say something like, that's the reason why they sent me out here. That's the reason why I'm calling you, because you already filled out a form. So we're not going to keep on going back and forth. We're going to get this done today.
So, I mean, and again, I think a big part of this whole deal is, well, we can do it that way, which is nice. But I think, again, it's just, they push you, just push back by asking a question. I mean, like, they say all the time, can't you just mail it to me? Bro, we already did. That's all we did was direct mail. It's like, dude, we already mailed it to you. Can you mail it to me? We're gonna mail it back to you. So you can, come on, man. I'll see you tomorrow at 6. You got one more question? Uh-oh, he's going for a double. All right, you were okay last time. Why do you hate them so much? No, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny. You're telling me your entire family sells life insurance. They won't sell it to you? I'm not trying to be funny. You fill the form out because you need life insurance. Why didn't they sell it to you? So you better buy it from me because obviously they hate you so much they wouldn't sell it to you. And I think that's just being stupid. I'm not trying to be funny, but they're just being stupid to be stupid. It's like, how many of you have kids? How many of your kids say stupid things when they want to? Like, they're stupid. They just what they do. Take a shower. I don't want to. Boy, mother effing asking you, like, take a shower. Why? Because you smell and I'm bigger than you. Well, I don't feel like doing my homework. I don't feel like feeding you. Like, that's where we need to meet people. Is it real quick? Can't give me $250, I'm not doing it, Hayden.
Can't give you
Give me $250 grand, I'm not doing it.
Go for it.
Hey, I'll end with this. First of all, take a breath. Second of all, be nice. And third of all, stop telling me what to do. I'm the life insurance guy. I'm the only one with a license. Calm down, relax, let me get you some information. And be nice, God's watching. Thank you guys, I appreciate it.